Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So, welcome back to paradise here at the minute. We're having fertilizer spreader issues. Fertilizer spreader hasn't been used that much in the last couple of years. You might remember last year, done a wee bit of a refob job on it, put a new box on it and a bit of painting on it and tidied it up. Hadn't been used the year before, and last year it was only used for one round of potash application of that on our cereals. So other than that, hasn't been used in the last 2 years. All our nitrogen is going on with the sprayer back behind us, and we've moved to liquid nitrogen. We've been very happy with it and it's worked well. But this year we had intended to use it to put on some urea on our crops. Last year when I hooked it up to the tractor, there was a small issue with it where just for a few minutes when I connected it up, one of the motors that opens and closes the shutter wasn't opening and was sticking closed. It straightened itself out, started working, got the fertilizer spread, no issue. This time, connected the tractor up last Friday, it's now Monday. So last Friday we connected it up and neither motor was reacting to the control box. So when you connect it up, usually the motor opens fully, closes fully, and goes through a sequence. Neither was just doing anything, so it was a bit of an issue. Thought maybe one of the motors might have packed up on it. We got a motor from Amazon, tried it on it, brand new motor, still doing the same thing. So there's a bit of an issue either on the lead, either on the connection on the control box, or there's an ECU I think on the spreader itself. So there is something acting up. Hopefully it's just a lead or something up at the back of the control box. So we'll have to just look into it and see. But yeah, another day in paradise. Now it turned out we were hoping to maybe spread a bit of fertilizer on Saturday, but it turned out to be too windy. There was a bit of rain yesterday, not enough rain for urea to wash it in. We needed, I think, the say you need somewhere between 7 and 10 mil of rain to wash it in, and we didn't get that. So it was too windy anyway, so we ended up, even if spreader worked, we wouldn't have been spreading any fertilizer. So we did figure out how you can, because we've never done it before, how you can set it up. Let's see if I can get a light on here on the phone. You can set it up manually. So basically old school. So there's all a whole row of numbers there. You go in the app, say what you want to spread it at, and you can then adjust it. It's 37 you have to set it at. So it is set up manually. So if we don't get it fixed before, we'll probably be spreading, I think there's rain coming Thursday and Friday. So we'll probably end up spreading on Wednesday. And if we haven't it fixed by then, we can just spread it manually. It won't be as accurate, but at least we get the fertilizer out on the ground. So that is that. On to the next job. other thing we are doing, as you've seen by the bit of footage of the 3650 mix in the tank, is we're getting some of the slurry out on the grazing ground. We haven't got all the grazing ground to do. Some of it has got a very good grass cover on it, and stuff with a good grass cover, so we'll be putting the cattle out to first. But the last of the grazing that was grazed late last year, in that is bale, that's what we're slurrying. So yeah, a few bits to do. I done about 18 acres towards the end of last week, last Thursday, and conditions weren't too bad at all. Actually very happy with the conditions, and yeah, got it spread no problem at all. Some of it was on the quite hilly ground, but yeah, we were able to make it work. So on slurrying that's left to be done at the moment, we've got about 25 acres roughly to do, just grazing, just to get finished off for now. We should have that done by Wednesday. There's rain coming, as I said earlier, on later on the week on Thursday, so we'll be hoping to have the slurrying all finished by then. And in any case, even if something comes up and we don't, and it rains on Thursday and we're not finished until Friday, the ground that we have to do is pretty dry, so it's going to make very little difference to it. So yeah, that'll be the grazing finished. Silage ground is usually around the end of March, and we try to get the slurry out on it, so a bit of time there. And silage ground, we usually try to get the slurry out on it around the end of March, so yeah, we have a few weeks still to go with that. And in any case, the pressure's off now at the tanks. We have them all dropped down. Any of those ones that were full, they'll drop down now about 3 foot, so yeah, not too bad. At least the pressure's off with that. So yeah, I'm not going to bombard you with a slurry videos at the minute. We'll maybe do a more comprehensive slurrying video when we are slurrying the silage ground, or maybe some of the hay ground or that, so we leave it until then. Alright, so calving, an update on it. How is it going? It's going well. We've got 16 cows calved, so we're basically around a third of the way through, and we have 17 calves to those 16 cows, so we're going alright. We have one set of twins, and they're coming. The calves are just coming at a nice rate. They're not getting a lot of cows calving at the one time, which is what we want, because we will run out of space here. We have space for another 10 or 12 when they calve here creeping, and then once that happens, then once the pens fill up, then we're in trouble. We'll run out of space. So yeah, we don't want that to happen just yet. We would like to, if it keeps going at this rate, we might be okay. I would like to think we'll maybe get some calves out within the next couple of weeks. If there's a bit of dry weather comes now, that's what we're looking for. We'll get some of these older ones outside and get them going, get the cows out to grass, and keep an eye on them outside, and it'll free up a bit of space here in the shed. So that's what we hope. But yeah, these area calves are absolutely flying, and no issues. They just calved and never looked back. This guy here is very, very friendly, and he's an absolute monster. So he is absolute monster. He's like a calf that's 3 or 4 months old, and he's only about 2.5 weeks. So yeah, flying it. So that's great. These guys here are the younger calves. There's supposed to be 6 of them in here. I see one of them in laying on the slats. So they only come in here yesterday. So we'll maybe go in and get him. We'll usher him out now in a second. When you put them in creeping, once they go into the cow, sometimes for the first couple of days, one can be slow, 1 or 2 might be slow to come back out. But 5 of them now are coming out no issue, laying on the straw after they've fed. One of them looks to be just a little bit slow. He's just not able to figure out how to get out. But what happens is there's a little bit of a step up here where they come in and out. There's timber runs across here just to stop the straw encroaching in on the slats, and sometimes they can just be a little bit slow to get used to jumping over that timber. But we'll go in and get that guy out now in a second. Yes, these guys are all sound asleep, so they are. No dehorning done yet. 3 little buds there on the calves this year, so It'll be probably another week or so before we're doing any dehorning, but we'll get that done. This guy is absolutely sound asleep, laying out stretched. Come on, waking up. In a milk coma, no doubt, full of milk. There's also a calf here that he's not sick, he's just something wrong with his stomach. He was late born last year and he never done, so, but he's kind of floating around the pens. You know, he eats a bit of hay, he's floating around the pens. There's no real sickness to him other than he just never grew. This is one of our older cows, one of our favourite cows, and yeah, she's affectionately known as Blue. Very friendly and great mother, and has been, yeah, she's, as I say, she's from the very first batch of cows, so she's probably about 15 years old at this stage. Still has good milk, still very good in her feet, still producing good calves, and she's one of them ones that's going to be around until something happens, and there's a bit of sentimental value to her, so she's going to be around until something happens to her and she can no longer produce calves. Alright, so we'll just go around here nice and slowly and see if we can get this calf out. Come on, girl, come on, that's the girl. Come on. He's laying here, I seen him at the front. He's back laying down. Come on, stand up. And we'll go on around and we'll get you out. Okay, come on. That's the girls. Nice and slowly. He's a bit smaller than me, he can manoeuvre his way through and past them. Come on. That's the kid, come on. That's the boy, come on. Come on. No, this is where you go in here. This is where you go in. No, this is where you go in. There you go. So just like that. So you have to do that a few times just to get them acclimatized to it, but he'll get there. Alright, so up to the calf that we've had the little issue with. So this calf was born probably, it's not just 2 weeks ago, it's almost. And when he was about 4 days old, he developed a little bit of an issue where he was breathing fast, got very sluggish, slow on his feet, but still was up drinking the cow. Warm, eye looked okay, dung was fine, so no sign of scours, nothing like that. So we got the vet out to see what the story was with him, and the vet, after some investigation, discovered that his heart was racing and that he had developed an infection which was affecting his heart. So I don't know where he got the infection, I don't know what it is, but he got an infection anyway. So he was put on a course of antibiotics, and got the vet to give him an array of different drugs at the time just to try and help him, and he has improved. So it's just over a week since the vet was out with him. He has improved, but he is still a little bit sluggish. He still has a little bit of the heavy breathing going on. You can just see it on him there, but he's drinking the cow, he's up moseying about, he's inquisitive, and the fact that he is improving is a good sign. So he's going to be in here for a while. I'm going to keep him obviously isolated, not isolated, but just here on his own with the cow, where he's not under any pressure trying to get in and out to her, or we're not going to put him in creeping. We'll leave him here and just see how he develops. We put a calf jacket on him just to keep him warm. Not that he was never cold, but it just helps him a little bit. And yeah, we'll have to just keep an eye on him and see how it all develops with him. Yeah, just a bit of a strange one, But I suppose, as I said, the fact that he's improving is usually a pretty good sign. So yeah, we'll keep him bedded, we'll keep an eye on him, and we'll keep him on his course of treatment for the foreseeable, just to hopefully see if it helps him. So that is the update on the calving. Before we finish the calving video, I just want to give a quick mention to the crypto. We had a serious crypto problem over the last few years, and I know it's a problem that many people have, but we've changed our approach to it in the last 2 years by doing a few things differently. So if anybody wants to see or hear more about that, I could do a little bit more about it in a video. But one of the things that we've done is we've started giving the calves probiotics. Dad actually goes around and does them. Usually when I'm feeding the cattle in the evenings, he just goes around, set it up in a little drenching gun, and just goes around, gives the calves, administers the calves some probiotics every evening. He probably does it till they're about 2 weeks old. You don't have to do it that long, but it makes a great job of the calf. It just helps their gut, helps their stomach, helps the rumen just get walking, and the calf thrives. So they do. You can see it on them calves, like they're doing very well. But we had a serious crypto problem, to the point where a couple of years ago we were considering packing in the cows because of it. We were losing, and like we'd be pretty meticulous in how we were looking after them, but it was like fighting against an oncoming wave of water and trying to stop it. You just couldn't. It was relentless, and you were bound to lose 3, 4, 5, 6 calves sometimes in the 1 year, and it was a disaster. So our new regime has been an absolute game changer. Now, I'm not saying it would work for you, but if it was something that you'd like to see more about in an upcoming video, I'd have no problem going through what exactly we do and what we administer and all that kind of stuff. So you can let me know in the comments if it's something that you would like to see over, and if you do, I'll do a video pretty quickly on it. But yeah, that's really a calving update and how it's going. It's going well. We don't want them coming any quicker, as I said. Hopefully the weather, we have some bad weather today, and there's more bad weather I think on Saturday, so there's a good bit of rain going to fall between now and then, but the early part of next week is looking pretty good. So who knows, if we've got 3 or 4 dry days, maybe we might get calves, the older calves out. So we can only live and hope and pray. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that is today's video. Hope you enjoy it. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the sub button, leave a like in the on the video if you enjoyed it, and yeah, comment down below, as I say, if you want to see more about what we administer for the calves. I might even do a standalone video on it that will be just easy there for you to look at. So yeah, that's it. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week.